Hi, my name is Wilx, and this is episode 22 of Project Ozone. Today we're going to go into the mining world, and to do something interesting there, I decided to do some chance cube testing. You see, we have this thing called the chance cube scanner that we got from the quests, and it can tell us a number on the chance cube, suggesting whether it be a good or a bad one. What I want to know is if the number is higher, does it result in better results on what we get when we break the cube? Like, for instance, if we were looking for beacons, would we get it at a particular level, like 60 to 80 or 81 to 100, or where would it fit? So what I'm going to do is I've got 5 different bags here. Yellow is going to be 1 to 20, orange is 21 to 40, red is 41 to 60, purple is 61 to 80, and blue is 81 to 100. And I'm going to put the results in each of these bags, and they're pretty big bags, so I'm going to fill each of these up with the results, and then take a look at the results after we're through and see how much difference it made to the quality of the results we got, so that we know how effective reading that scanning is. Okay, so one other thing I'm going to show you is I made myself a knapsack. This thing here, and in here I've got a portal gun and a tartarite pickaxe, so if I need to move a piece of obsidian I can do it. I'm suspecting that this pickaxe this knapsack is going to stay on me even if it rips out everything from my inventory. I don't know for sure. I suspect it's true. But we'll find out if I get all my stuff thrown into an obsidian box. But it's pretty easy to make. It's just a couple of iron tough tool rods, aluminum brass ingot, and some leather. So we'll see how that works out. Okay, so we need to make our portal. Okay, and for this thing we need to make the mining multi-tool. We're going to need an ender diamond, that's easy. We're also going to need some, what is that called again? Some skystone to make it down here. It needs skystone. The way we get that is we got some skystone dust from sieving. We're going to take that over, and I've got a barrel of lava here, barrel of lava, stone barrel, and I just click on it and we get a piece of skystone. It got shoved into this thing, so give it a sec. There we go, because it auto feeds from there into there. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to need some stone. We'll get 1, 2, 3, we'll get 4 stacks of that. Or not stacks, but now our multi-tool should have everything. Yes. I'll put that there. 14 of these. And we've got that. Okay, I made a spot to stick this down here with the rest of my portals. I don't know if it needs to be a solid box or whether it can be like the nether portal or not. I really don't care. It's not that expensive. There we go. So we got that. We can put our multi-tool in here for now. Okay, going into this portal, if you step in, notice nothing happens. You have to press the shift key. Okay, and it seems we already have a waypoint to here. Yes. All right. So what we're going to do is take a look at these. This is a 37. So 37 is going to go in the orange bag. So we go to the orange bag, and we put all this stuff in there. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do while I'm here is I'm going to grab a few cows and safari nets, so that, like the fluid cows, for anything that I find useful. And we'll just head in one direction, doing all the cubes in one direction. This is a 39, so that's going to fit in the orange bag again. Gear breaker. Okay, so that's orange again. Whoops. That one's a 0, so we're going to skip it. 77, which is the purple bag. Whoops, purple. So you get the general idea of what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep doing... whoops, which direction were we heading? Yeah, this way. West. We're doing a westward hoe. So you get the general idea of what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep checking these. A 24, so that again, that's an orange bag. What? String on the ground? What happens if I try... There we go. And that went for the orange bag. Well, I don't like that because that's filling up the bag too quickly. Oh well. Okay, so you get the general idea of what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to cut here, and I'll come back when I filled all the bags and show you the results. Well, I just broke a giant chance cube, and this is the aftermath of what it was like when it was through. It spewed TNT all over the place. I had time to get out of the way, but look at the size of the explosion. Okay. I think I've had enough for doing this. I have done over 1,000 chance cubes. This is what I got on the 81 to 100. Each of these safari nets was mushroom. I didn't get a mushroom. There was the villagers were like Dr. Tanaris. Oh, the mushroom was pickles. Pickles is a mushroom? Okay. Jeb was when I got those sheep with all the wool. I just took the one sheep that way called Jeb. More pickles, more Dr. Tanaris, more Jerry's. Jerry's are the slimes, 3 and 1. No, they're just a single slime. Wild is the guy that rides the chicken, and the zombie, and Glenn is a reference to The Walking Dead. Another Jeb. Got 4 bedrock even drums. So not bad on the 80 to 100 bunch. A lot of weird... 80 to 100 was where I got all of those. We're picking out an item. We're picking out the enchants for it. They all ended up in here. Okay, next up. On the 61 to 80. This is where I kept getting the Go Sparta or whatever it is. And you get all the iron. I did pick up the wool once. I shouldn't have done that. I was getting lots of the ones where you get the clock and torches and stuff. There was a few marlins came in at this level. Again, lots of Dr. Daenerys, the Naughty Librarian, more pickles, Jerry's, Dr. Daenerys. Got that, 5 different times? No, 4 different times. No, actually, I think they come in 10, so that was probably 2 on this set. Got 1 cake here, lots of them on the other level up. On the 41 to 60, again, lots of Sparta stuff. Again, picked up lots of wilds, the large slimes. This was the slimes with 3, a small, medium, and large, one on top of the other. More Dr. Daenerys, Glenn's, pickles, Jerry's large, etc. Broken watering cans came in here. There was 1 marlin in this bunch. But as you get down to here, things stop getting useful. This is the 21 to 40 range. I don't know that there's anything in here that I would have wanted to keep. Oh, yes, there was. Septuple compressed cobble. I got that once down in the 21 to 40 range. Most of the rest of the stuff was junk. Oh, and there was some gold. 1 time. It was impossible to fill this bag up. Most of the time, I got nothing. So the very few things I get, I had to put the jelly crabuthium in a drum. All that string came from 1 time or something. Lots of witches, silverfish a few times. A little bit of obsidian. I did get 1 sextuple compressed cobble down in the low end here. But for the most part, 1 to 20, it was all junk to the bad news. Now, things that didn't show up in the bags. At level 40, I got a wither once. I mean, not where it says spawning a kiwi. I mean, this wither appeared and started attacking me right on the spot. I got invisible creepers 4 times. These notes will be in the notes for about the video, the text version. I got explosions. Actually, I got it about 8 times. I wrote down 4 of them. One of them was at 46. One of them was at 0, etc. I got boats at least 8 times, maybe more. The fake fall was about 5 times. They were all from 1 to 6, like 1, 5, 4, 3, 6. The scariest one of them all, which really wasn't that scary once I had my bow out, is 5 times a zombie took all my armor and what I was holding in my hand. Worried me that when he's wearing my armor, I'd have a hard time killing him, but I one-shotted him with my bow, so it wasn't a serious problem, but it's kind of scary the first time you notice, hey, I don't have my armor. 3 different times, all below 20, was where I got that sky. It tossed me way up in the sky like this and dropped me. I dealt with 3 giant chance cubes. The first one was Pillars of War. The next time was a glass dome. And the final time was where it spewed the TNT and left this hole in the ground. So, yes, it definitely does improve your odds. There is a difference between the loot you get at 80 to 100 and the loot you get at 1 to 20. There's a huge difference. But it is kind of gradual. It goes up. There was a lot of overlap between those ranges. So yes, if you go down and aim for, let's say, nothing less than a 50, you're probably saving yourself some time and getting some better stuff. One thing that was very apparent to me, I opened a lot, like over 1,000 cubes here, and not once did I see a beacon. I wouldn't be surprised if he removed that from the possible drops, that everybody that got one got them before. So if after this point, like from 1.7 on, you ever get a beacon from a chance cube, let me know. Because as far as I know, you may not be able to get that anymore. And it'd be interesting to find out. So I know this is going to make for a very short session. It may seem short to you, but I've been doing this for like 6 hours. Opening up chance cubes. I was planning on going back through the footage and cutting out a few little odds and ends of funny things, but I just couldn't stand to watch it again. As I said, I've been doing this for 6 hours and I've had enough of it. But I hope that was useful. I wanted to find out what the results were going to be, and now I have some idea. Yes, it does make a difference. Okay. Hope you found what I did interesting. Oh, one last thing just before we end it off. I did get a bunch of cows. I deliberately kept one that was jellied cryothium. I got a couple of them for fuel. Those were the ones I was actually really interested in looking for. I picked up a couple of things that I wasn't sure whether I needed or not, like heavy oil and some other odds and ends. I must have taken over a dozen cows. Most of them I just wasn't sure whether I needed or not. But I did pick that up while I was here as well. Okay, so I hoped you enjoyed this. You might have learned something from it. If you liked what I did, please press the like button. Hope to see you next time. Thanks. Go out and have some fun.